In my opinion, friction is the #1 element when it comes to generating spin when hitting wedge shots around the greens. What are the factors that influence friction? I think friction is influenced by two primary factors: the equipment we use and matter. Essentially, what gets between the face and the golf ball to interrupt the grip between the two. Friction. Think of friction as being the grip between the face and the golf ball. I mentioned two factors: equipment and matter. Let's start with equipment. So often golfers will come to me and say, Andrew, how do I hit that one hop and stop pitch shot that I see the players on tour hitting so often? And the first thing I've got to ask the player is, let me see your wedge and what golf ball do you play? And it really, folks, it really does make a difference. If you use what I call professional grade wedges, not a wedge that's merely an extension of your set, a 7, 8, 9 pitch sand. You've got to get your hands on some wedges that are built and designed for exactly the purpose they serve. Hitting these delicate little wedge shots around the greens. Those wedges have upgraded grooves. I'm not going to say they spin the ball more, but they will be of a higher quality, and generally they will generate more spin. So a professional grade wedge, and we need a more expensive premium golf ball. It's incredible the difference that just equipment will make. And at the end of this little presentation, I'm going to hit two shots where I alter the equipment to a certain degree and I alter matter. Let's take a look at matter. Anytime we get something trapped between the club face and the golf ball, that is going to serve to reduce grip between the face and the ball. So we want to, as best possible, keep matter out of the equation. How do we do that? We've got to have a clean club face, particularly when you're practicing and we're hitting a number of shots back to back. I want you to have a wet towel handy. A tee is not going to get the job done. It doesn't clean the flat spots between the grooves. Get yourself a wet towel, use it every 2 or 3 shots, wipe it off, clean the face, and now we've got increased ability to create friction between the face and the golf ball. If you're out playing early in the morning and it's dewy, it's wet out, or it's rained a lot, you're simply not going to be able to create maximum friction and thus maximum spin. If the fairways are long or you're hitting out of the rough, we're going to get grass caught between the face and the golf ball. That's going to serve to reduce friction between the two. So we need to understand there are certain factors when it comes to friction that we are in control of. Club, ball, cleanliness of club. We can replace our club should the grooves wear down, but certain factors we don't have as much control over, certainly as we would like. Moisture on the ground, longer grass. We need to be aware that those factors can influence the quality of the shot and certainly change the outcome. Let's take a look at when I change the equipment to a certain degree and matter, the role that matter is going to play. Check out these two shots. I wanted you to see just close up, get a close-up view of what I've done to the face. I've mashed up some grass into the grooves here. I've even got some left over on the back of the golf ball. And the first thing we're going to look at today is going to be addressing matter. Matter that gets caught between the face and the golf ball and thus invariably reduces friction. I'm going to hit two shots and we're going to take a look at some TrackMan numbers. So the first one is I've got a range ball. I'm going to hit it off a tee just to keep any additional grass out of the way, to keep it even when I hit the two shots. And this is really going to show us the importance of both equipment and keeping matter out from between the face and the golf ball. So on the first shot, I'm going to try to hit this ball 50 yards out towards the white flag. You can see it out there. Very simple, straightforward pitch. Certainly made easier off of a tee. As you can see from those TrackMan numbers, a fairly high launch and very low spin. Let's take a look at a good one. First thing I need to do is I've got my handy wet towel close by. I'm going to clean off the face. So what I'm doing is I'm eliminating matter that might interrupt the grip between the face and the golf ball. And on this particular shot, I'm going to use a Pro V1 premium golf ball, and I'm going to play this shot in the same manner that I just hit that previous shot. Let's take a look and I'll show you the TrackMan numbers straight afterwards. 50 yards. Might have gone a little further. Let's see. So as you can see there, a tremendous difference in those two shots. And trust me, I played those two as similarly as I possibly could. The launch angle, 10 degrees different. The spin rate was almost, actually a little more than triple what you saw when I got some matter between my club and the golf ball. That's interesting stuff, isn't it? Hopefully now you've got a better idea about the kingpin when it comes to generating spin, friction. Understanding is invaluable in that it'll help you be able to figure out what's happening to that ball flight and how you can control it better.